started 2008 with 1.6, and then when Csgo came out, I moved on to Csgo. So, like 10, 11 years.
I started playing CSGO like 5 years ago.
Gaming, I think I started like 2010, but on FPS and like first shooter person, I did those games like CS. It was like 2014, 1.6. Then like I moved like in 2016 or 17, I moved to CSGO, and that's how I started CSGO.
Probably the first game was like Heroes 3 or something like that, and then I saw some players in CS playing 1.1 or 1.3, something like that. I was 11 years old, and yeah, I was instantly on it.
The first game, I think I was like 7 or 8. GoldenEye on Nintendo 64, if that counts. I think it should. But yeah, ever since then I played like Halo and stuff like that until I started with Go in 2014.
Like a year after I started playing CSGO, because I went to many like local LANs and I was always doing pretty good and the best players noticed me, so.
I saw that I'm better of all my friends and I always want to be a pro, so I grind a lot and that's it. And I'm here right now.
When I was used to play CS 1.6, then I moved to CSGO. Like most of the time I was like having different vision and all like for the teams and stuff like that, and I was thinking that I should more focus on coaching and those kind of stuff, like not like to be a professional player. I think in 2017 was my first professional team in Bulgaria, like local team in Bulgaria. It's called Outlaws. It was like the first team I was used to coach, like fully Bulgarian roster. It's Ben, myself and a few more players. And yeah, that was the first like professional CSGO team that I used to coach.
When I was 14, I was having some shoot versus the best players in Bulgaria. So I saw that my aim was really good. So I thought that I can be one of the best players in Bulgaria. So I set my goal just to become the best player in Bulgaria.
It probably would have been when I started playing Faceit and started climbing the rankings, qualifying for FPL and stuff like that. But also the first local LAN that I ever played. We also went and won it, and that's when everything just went upwards after that.
It was like, also in the start of CSGO 2012 was like the biggest Estonian LAN. There was one like every 3 months, and mostly I won like 90% of them, so there was too many. I don't remember a lot of them, but felt good, I guess.
I won the biggest tournament in Poland. It was like Points Esport Challenge in 2015, and all big teams from Poland was there, so that was a nice experience for me.
The first LAN victory was Rendezvous LAN. I think it was in 2015, and we managed to win it. I'm happy about that. We got even a 16-0 in the final, but I also shaved my eyebrows 2 weeks before that, so I didn't have any eyebrows. So felt kind of bad about that. But yeah, that's the first LAN victory ever.
I think the first one, it was like with Indigo, like fully Bulgarian roster, like the first one, like after we created. I think it was in 2000 or 17 or 18 in Belgrade. Like
It was 17.
yeah, it was 17. I think it was.
I was
like,
part of the lineup, so.
Yeah. It's like fully like Balkan tournament. So we qualified for the LAN finals, and then we fight against the there was like the best Balkan teams. It was us and Valiance, and we managed to beat them on the final. And actually, that was like the first victory for us and the first like Bulgarian victory.
For myself, from what I remember, I was 12 years old. There was one local tournament in my born city. It was 2v2, and I managed to win it because there were like 17 teams, if I'm not wrong, and we were playing Aztec or something like this. Yeah, it was crazy, but yeah, in the end we won it. I was 12 years old.
Favorite all-around player? I must say Simple, because he can literally do everything perfectly.
Like, I don't have any favorite players. I look to all players who put the numbers and I watch their pop.
Maybe I can say, for example, Glaive. I think this is like the best IGO I think it is now. Like, it's fucking crazy. And the next one, I think it's Simple, because Simple is like super confident player and super aggressive player.
Of course, it's me. Who else, you know? No, but it's either between Simple or Saiwu. So Simple is the more aggressive one and like does things for his team, while Saiwu is the guy who gets like every position from his team. So I mean, it's two different players, but they're both good at everything.
For me, I would say Zywo, because he's not just skilled individually, but and always putting himself on the right place with good angles to find really easy kills. But he's also a team player, so I would say that he is right now the best player.
And I think he don't have any complaints, like he just love the game and love the team, and he's doing everything for his team, like all the time. He's like showing that he's enjoying the game so much.
Yeah, and 1 year ago this guy was no one, you know?
He was no one, yeah, literally. But now he's so humble guy. I think that's the most thing, it's improve his skills and stuff like that.
Destruction is imminent.
At first they weren't that like supportive, but when they saw like I actually wanted to do it a lot, like they started believing in it, and now they fully support me.
At the beginning, they don't support me, but after they saw that I'm winning some tournaments and I start to getting salary, they start to support me.
If I want to go back, like in 2010, when it was my first professional contract, like before that, I used to play in internet cafes like all the time, and even I skip the school and then I go there, and my mom is always picking me from there, you know, and she was like all the time complaining. But when I signed the first contract, she just come and apologize for everything in the past. Then he was like, yeah, I need to buy you now a computer, and then you need to start working full time on this because it's good and you like it.
For me, I would say that my family from the beginning, they were not supporting me at all. Only my mom, I would say, when I was going to some local tournaments, but like overall they were not seeing future on it. But since I started earning money from that, they were full supporting me. They were very proud of what I'm doing.
They were skeptical about me playing so much computer games, and they didn't believe in it. Even when I first got my contract with Epsilon, wasn't that much salary, but it still was easing up to it. And when I then started playing with Nip and Fnatic and stuff like that, my mom turned into like the biggest fan, and she's watching every game since then.
Smash esports, definitely hands down, best org I've ever been under.
Like in Smash, I meet so many nice people, and I'm really happy that I'm a part of this.
Same
and
here.
I believe that we achieve a lot.
First, like the first impression is like the professional level of everyone around Smash. It's so high. You know, I've never seen such things. Like you don't need to think about something, you know, outside the game. For example, if you need to do something outside the game and even inside, like everything is like complete, you know. You don't like, you just need to focus on the game, like you make your schedule with the team and just grow, you know. Like sometimes you have some outside things that it's mix your feeling inside the game and outside the game, and it's super complicated to focus, you know, on one point and just grind and prepare and stuff like that. And for coach, it's so important, you know, to be fully focused. And then if your players is seeing that you're fully focused and dedicated to the whole team, they're gonna think the same because you're like example. So if you start be distracted with something, they're gonna ask themselves why he's distracted, what's the problem, and you're gonna bring the whole team with you outside of the game. And yes, Smash have like a lot of positive things, and everyone is working for you, like fully dedicated for you, and just they cover all of your needs like as soon as possible, which is super cool.
I can't say anything negative. I'm very surprised, to be honest. And yeah, he said everything.
Yeah, we're just getting a lot of support with everything we need. That's pretty much that.